Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start talking about permutations today. And your main goal today is being able to solve problems involving linear, which is, that's linear, and circular, here's a circle for you, permutations. Okay, so you're probably like, what is a permutation? Well, that's the first question I'm going to answer for you. A permutation is an arrangement of objects in a specific order. So there are permutations of how many different ways you can arrange things. So if someone were to ask you how many permutations for a set of books on a shelf, they're asking you how many different ways you can arrange the books on the shelf. Okay? And let's just go ahead and answer that question. Here I got this shelf, and I got 4 books on the shelf, and we want to figure out how many different ways we can arrange it. Now, there's a couple ways you can go about doing this. There's, the slower way. We could just, bring this here, okay, that's one way, and here's another way, and there's another way, and there's another way, and okay, I lost track. Okay, let's start again. Okay, then we'll put that there, and that's 1, 2, 3. Let's put 4. Wait, was this here? Okay, I lost track again. There's got to be a better way to figure this out. And in fact, there is. Remember those buckets I was talking about before? Let's use those again. Let's use those buckets. And this is how they work. Imagine this situation. We have 4 spots on this shelf that we can put these books. 4 spots, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And in those 4 spots, we're going to put these books. Now, the first spot, let's say this is spot 1, and this is spot 2, and this is spot 3, and this is spot 4. Okay, let's just say that those were those spots. I don't want to put it there because that might be confusing. But in spot 1, if I were to take a book in spot 1, how many options do I have for putting a book there? Well, the first spot, I have 4 options. Okay? And now I put a book in that spot, and it's there right now. How many options do I have for the next spot? Well, I only have 3 options for the next spot because one's already used. And if I want to put a book in the 3rd spot, since I've used 2 so far, I only have 2 options left. And finally, when I get to that last spot, since I only have 1 book, I really only have 1 option to put that book there. And so, really, the number of permutations that we have is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And if you multiply that all together, you get 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 times 1, which is just 24. So there are 24 different ways that you can order 4 books on a shelf. Now, there's a way that we actually denote something like 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and that is called factorial. In this situation, the number of permutations of n objects in a linear scenario is given by n factorial, where n right here designates how many spots there are or positions there are. So in this situation, we have 4 positions, so we would have 4 factorial. Now let's see if we can find that 4 factorial in our graphing calculator. If we want to find that, what we would do is you go to, push 4 in there, and you go to math, and you go over to numbers. Nope. CPX. Nope. Probability. Yep. And then we'll have probability. You go down to this number 4, and that's your little factorial sign, and you push enter. And now you have 24 factorial right there, or sorry, 4 factorial, which is equal to 24.